that'll fix it. It says I'm live. That looks proper. Okay. Oh, okay. So yeah, we had to close out that other one and go to the proper one. I guess I wasn't officially live on another one. Subscriptions. Beautiful Mind. Not that one. View the channel. It should be this one. And when I open it, that looks right. Okay, that looks better. All right, so now let's go back here. All right. Okay, now that looks proper. And let me just check the audio. It's kind of low. It is still low. I'm gonna turn it up some more. That looks right. Okay. Hello, hello. Oxenfree. Okay, let's try that. Yes, I see. Yes. Now we're cooking. So Mr. Walter. So what I'm gonna do, my intent is, let me turn this audio down so it's not. Let me turn it. I should be able to hear it though. I shouldn't have to turn it up so loud. Ooh. I'm going to make it a little bit louder. Let me know if the audio is too loud. So yeah, just let me know if it's too loud. I'll turn it down. So Mr. Walter, so what I'm going to do, my intent is, let me turn this audio down so it's not. Yeah. So yeah, just kind of try to get my attention and let me know. So my intent is, let me see, we have about 15 minutes until the start of class. I think we're looking good. So let me go here. I'm going to clear out some of this stuff. Like I don't need all of this stuff. So I can just close all of this. Actually, let's get rid of that. Okay. So I will try to keep the audio open. So, try to get my attention. If you need to talk or if we need to go back and forth, we'll use, here, I can hear you. Okay. So I'll try to keep this collaborate open. So if you want to talk, if we need to go back and forth, that way we can be audio. But most of the instruction is going to be coming from the YouTube channel. So I kind of need both of them going simultaneously until I figure out collaborate all the way. Let's see. Yeah. All right. So we got 10 minutes. I can't think of anything else that's super pertinent. Now, this thing says that I got like 20 odd students. So, and there definitely are not 20 students in this session right now. So it's like, it is what it is. And we'll have to do the best that we can. If you do know you have a friend in the course, you might want to try to call them and say, hey, go to Moodle and try to get them up to speed. But it seems like it's two locations that we really want to be. We want to log in to collaborate and make our presence known there. And then definitely go to my YouTube channel because that's where the live stream is going to be occurring. I'm assuming that the audio is fine. I have it set to, what is that, 40? So no, nobody's got my attention saying that it was too loud or anything. I do have 4 students in attendance. And I'm under the impression class starts at noon. So I think we are actually looking good. This is 109. Oh, actually it starts at 150. That's in a couple of minutes. That's perfect. So good. We're looking good. All right. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And we're going to do the following. Just to kind of test the waters a bit and see if we can get this to work. What I need everyone to do, just everyone give a brief introduction to yourself. Like, so keep in mind we are streaming live on YouTube. So you don't have to go into detail about anything because I don't really want you guys to say all your information like that on YouTube. I don't like stuff like that. But, just kind of introduce yourself. Maybe just your last name because that's usually how I communicate with the students. However you want to. Yeah, let's just go with the last name. I think that'll be fine. But just tell us your last name and just maybe something interesting about yourself. So I'll start. You guys can call me Mr. Pfeiffer, and something interesting about me. I low-key consider myself a technology whisperer. I feel like the technology will respond to how you treat it. If you're calling it stupid, dumb, and all this stuff, it's going to behave that way. But if you kind of be kind with it and like treat it like a being, it actually behaves a lot better. So that's just something interesting about me. So if I can just have each student, Miss Davis, since you're at the top of my list, I'm going to let you go first. If you could just use your collaborate and just say your last name, I'll go by I'm Miss Davis, and just something interesting about yourself, just to test the capabilities.
Yes. Wait. I got
You good? You good?
So I'm supposed to say my last name and something about myself?
Just something interesting about you.
I'm Miss Davis, I guess. Don't call me Miss.
Don't call you Miss? Okay.
No, I'm not old.
That doesn't mean you're old. That's just a professional thing. But I get it. I probably will call you Miss Davis, though. I'm sorry.
Something about myself. I write a lot of books.
Oh, that's awesome. What kind of books?
Fictional.
What? Oh, we got another student.
Like,
that's fine.
A lot. It don't matter to me.
That's what's up.
The books can go from like mysteries to fairy tales.
That's awesome. We definitely need that in this day and age. So you realize that mathematics is a story. A lot of the stuff that we're going to be talking about, even though it looks like numbers, these are actually stories. Like formulas are the end result of a story that somebody was exploring. So that's kind of how that goes. So what we're doing, we're having each person go and we're introducing ourselves. You basically just say your last name and something interesting about yourself. So I know we have Miss Davis. We have is it Miss or Mr. Akbar? If you can make your presence known. Akbar. Okay, we'll come back to Miss. Is it Cambrin? I think that's a Miss Akbar. Mr.
Yeah,
It's Miss Akbar. Mr. Watson, can you? I totally thought that name said Justin Bieber. It says Jaden. I was like, Justin Bieber's in the class? Mr. Watson, can you just introduce yourself with your name and something interesting about yourself?
My last name is Watson, and a fact about me, I play 2 sports, football and baseball.
What positions?
Football, I play linebacker, and baseball, I pitch and I play catcher.
I play catcher. When I played baseball, I was the catcher. I had a lot of fun. When I did football, I was a lineman, and I almost scored a touchdown, but my teammate was in my way. He wouldn't just let me get the touchdown. He was trying to take the ball from me. I still think about it to this day. But yeah, I had to stop. I had a really bad neck injury. I was like, that's enough of that. All right. Thank you, Mr. Watson. Mr. Kempson, you there?
Wait, did someone call my name?
Yeah. So could you introduce yourself? Did you introduce yourself?
Oh, you kind of breaking up. What did you say again?
Introduce yourself with your last name and something interesting about yourself. Kempson.
Okay. My name's Mr. Kempson.
Okay.
And an interesting fact about me is that I work at a cupcake shop.
A cupcake shop. Okay. This is the tip. I suggested this to one student. I had a student in the past. She now I don't know about today. You probably have to adjust it. But in the past, I had a student she basically had a bakery business where she would bake stuff and bring it, and she was selling it. So I bought a couple it was delicious. I was like, yo, you need to do this in a food truck. Now, I don't know if we can do it in this day and age with all the stuff going on, but if everything goes back to normal, you take your business and put it and merge it with the idea of a food truck. Food trucks are very popular. And I have yet to see a bakery food truck. So first one to take that, you could probably really capitalize on it. Sound like a plan?
It does.
All right. Let's mute this. Okay. So let's see. Mr. Ray, could you introduce yourself?
My name is Walter Ray, and I play basketball, and I do music.
Basketball and music. All right. So I want everyone to be aware that we are streaming on I didn't mean to do that. That's okay. We are streaming live on YouTube, so that's why I'm just trying to keep it to just maybe last names because I know that's how I'm going to remember everybody. So just kind of be aware of that. You said basketball and music. What kind of music? I'm curious.
I rap.
Oh, you got to spit a rap for us? You got something ready? You got to be ready for stuff like this. Somebody.
I can't rap on YouTube because it's gonna go on YouTube and I don't get paid off of that.
One verse, one bar, nothing?
No, I can send you my music.
No. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, I get it. I totally get it. I didn't even think about that. That's deep. Man. But okay. We'll check it out sooner or later. We'll check it out sooner or later. Okay, let me see. Did everybody introduce themselves? I'm pretty sure we missed some people. I think I got Watson, Ray, Kempson, Davis. Akbar, are you there?
Yeah.
So what we're doing, everyone's introducing themselves with only their last name and something interesting about yourself.
Oh. My name is Akbar, and I write.
What do you write?
About life and stuff, things that I've learned.
That's what's up. I can get down with that. Trying to get my image to come back up. Okay, so we are here. Okay, so now if we go to the chat, you'll see I posted a link for my YouTube channel. I think more than likely our YouTube channel is going to be our main mode of communication. So what you want to do is click on that link and hop over to my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is Beautiful Mind Pfeiffer. So you want to click on that and open it up. Go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on all your notifications. Okay. So so right now we've been streaming our interaction, the audio via YouTube. So that's why I didn't want you to like go into your details. And I'm trying to be cautious about not sending out sensitive information. But I'm going to be using my YouTube channel to deliver lecture. I use it for dedicated YouTube videos, dedicated walkthroughs, and all sorts of things. So hopefully everyone is there. There is a live chat. If you need to get my attention, I'm going to try to keep the audio open on Collaborate. I'm going to remove the live chat because it's not behaving the way I need it to, but you can use that, and I'm trying to monitor live chat. So I have a couple of ways that you can reach me and get my attention. Okay, so just stop me if anything isn't clear or if we need to go back. So I'm going to go ahead and engage our YouTube. So we're going to go here. So hello, everybody. My name is Mr. Pfeiffer. Let me see. This is going to be our College Algebra. So we do have a few in attendance. So I have to commend you all. Matter of fact, let me go here really quickly and save those in attendance. So let me save this. So if you've been in attendance and we've been going back and forth, I have marked you as present. For today, I'll be kind of lax with attendance for today, but you definitely want to make your presence known. Attendance credit is one of those things. It's going to be a challenge. You just have to do your best. But once we kind of get going with the semester, let's go back here. It's going to be, that's how we're going to communicate. So let's go to our Moodle page. Let me do this. And I guess I can go like this. I'm gonna have to close that out. Hopefully it'll keep going. All right. So we're gonna go to our Moodle page. So what you wanna do, open up your Moodle hours. Why does it look like that? There we go. College Algebra, right? So we're gonna open up College Algebra. And so this is College Algebra for GMC Spring of 2020. It is what it is. Hopefully everybody's staying safe. We have to adjust. I know these kind of things is very uncomfortable, but one thing that kind of puts me at ease is knowing that even though I'm alone, even though I'm always by myself in this kind of thing because we have to be quarantined or whatever, I don't really feel lonely because I know everybody in the whole planet is experiencing this thing simultaneously. So that kind of puts me at ease. I do realize that energetically, none of us are going through this alone. It is uncomfortable and it is, it is what it is. But knowing that everybody in the planet, I mean, everybody, we had to shift to online in an instant. You know, you have people that just refuse or like, you know, for whatever reason, can't, or, you know, just can't really get into the online thing. And I get it. It's not easy. It's not easy, but these are the times that we live in, you know? So that's neither here nor there, but we press on. That's the plight of the human. So this is going to be Math 109, and we're going to start with the syllabus. Okay, so if you go to the Moodle, you see the syllabus right here. It should be there. It's looking good. And we're going to open up that, and we're going to start with the syllabus. Okay, so I'm actually going to go to my pages, and I'm going to open it there. So that behaves a little bit better for me. Yes, this one. Let's go to the top. So when you open that link, it should look like this. Okay. And just stop me, try to get my attention if anything is not clear. So with the attendance, I know I had about 5 or 6 students that got attendance credit today. If you are trying to get attendance credit retroactively, I can get you credit. So just reach out. You know, we'll be kind of lax today. We'll go through what it takes to get full attendance, but just try to reach out and make your presence known. Make sure you get your attendance credit. So again, this is College Algebra. Hang tight. Greetings. I want you to know I am streaming live on YouTube, so your audio is going out on YouTube. Okay. So, all right. That was my supervisor, so I'll call him back later. So yeah. So try to stop me. I am monitoring the chat and on the live chat on YouTube, and I do have the audio thing still engaged for Collaborate. So just whatever it takes to kind of get my attention. Okay, so this is College Algebra Math 109, and stop me if anything is not clear. Again, I go by Mr. Pfeiffer. My email is cpfeiffer@gmc.edu. That's honestly the best way to reach me. I get emails like text messages, and so, you know, you can email me and it'll come to my phone. And just because I receive an email like a text message doesn't mean I'm going to respond like a text message. I'll respond as soon as I can, okay? I mean, you know, I'll respond as soon as I can, usually within 24 hours. This office phone number actually works. So during office hours or business hours, it's free. Sorry about that. That was me responding to an email, just like that, because I knew it was a quick response. I'm gonna go back to this. All right. But yeah, so the office phone, you can actually call it, and it's actually operational. I can answer those calls remotely during business hours, right? So you can actually use that, and we can communicate. If we were meeting in person, that would be my office location, but we're not meeting in person, so everything is done remotely. And I have a separate document for my office hours. We'll talk about that as it arises. So we meet Tuesday and Thursday from 11:50 to 2:50, okay? We're gonna honor the time, right? So we'll be here. All this that you see going on YouTube, this is being recorded. So what that means is that when we're done, the whole thing is gonna be there, and you can watch, you can pause, rewind, you can go back and watch the whole thing at your leisure, okay? So this is going to run from March 18th until the 20th, May 20th. And again, we're going to be doing instruction remotely via Collaborate and Moodle. Really YouTube, but you know, the main point of contact is Collaborate. So College Algebra, this course is a symbolically intensive course. College Algebra, in my opinion, College Algebra itself is not difficult. But the challenge with College Algebra is it's really about organization. The concepts are very simple, but it does tend to be information overload. Especially with this being a quarter system, it can be a lot of information in a little bit amount of time. A lot of information in a little bit amount of time. So I said that to say, with a lot of this, you really just have to breathe. You have to like make a plan, enact a plan, and do your best. With all of the stuff that's going on, you know, just do your best, forget the rest, don't stress, and be blessed, okay? It is what it is. It's going to be okay, whatever happens. But do your best to be, you know, do your own work, because it's very easy to kind of, you know, slip under the radar. But eventually, you're going to be held accountable for what you've been doing. Eventually, we're going to come back together, and people are going to start saying, okay, let me see what you can do. What have you been doing on your own? And so, like, if you haven't been doing your work, it's going to show. It's going to be very easy. Now, do what you got to do, but, just know that eventually you're going to have to show that, hey, this is where I am. You're going to be challenged. But, that's the long and short of all of that. Are there any questions? I thought I came back. I thought we came back. It's okay. This is better. I agree. Look, yesterday, so someone posted that to this is better. I totally agree with that because, for me to drive to campus, it takes almost an hour, and then like yesterday, I was doing lecture for 5 hours nonstop. So I'm exhausted as a spiritual being having a human experience, as a multidimensional being having a human experience. It's exhausting. So 5 hours of nonstop lecture, I was like ready to die. I was like, thank God my bed is like right on the other side of the screen. I could just hop over there and instantly knock out. So like trying to leave campus, after teaching something like that, I'll be exhausted. I'll be like, oh my God, am I gonna get home? Like, luckily my car can like kind of help me to get there safely, but I can only imagine. It was just a challenge. So I really, I'm good. Like I feel good with all this stuff. I feel fine. And so I've been longing to teach remotely. Honestly, my true goal is to like be like on the beach doing this, like I'm in my beach house. And then I was like, okay, guys, I'll see you next time, and then close everything, and I'm right there on the beach. That's my true intent. So I'm almost there. We're almost there. So that's neither here nor there. So I'm monitoring the live chat. Hey, you're in good company. I definitely am a multi-dimensional being having a human experience. We'll explore some of these things later on. Right now, we're going to focus and do what we need to do. But that's definitely me. Anyway, so college algebra. Again, the concepts are simple, but it definitely is information overload. So we have to now with this online thing. It's going to be really nice. Like we will get full access, and honestly every question comes inherent with the answer right next to it, like how to do it with instructions. All right, so we'll explore that momentarily as it arises. So this next page on the syllabus are my office hours. Okay, so these are digital office hours. Again, the location is actually remotely. So like today were my office hours, basically 2.5 hours before we meet every Tuesday and Thursday. So my office hours are Tuesday and Thursday from 9 to 11:30. 9 to 11:30 remotely. So I'm just kind of like monitoring my emails, trying to make sure I'm up to date on my emails. I can go live if I need to during office hours. You can email me questions. So in Pearson, we're going to do a demo on Pearson, and I think you guys are going to like it. I hope that you like it. I don't really know what you all experience on your end, so I just try to make it available and I try to assist. So these are the learning outcomes. I think I'm going to let you kind of read through this on your own. Okay. Can I get a volunteer to read the learning objectives? Can somebody get on Collaborate and read the learning objectives? Is anybody there? Let me see. Do I got to switch over? Let me go like this. Let's go like this. So I'm not showing that stuff. Anybody on Collaborate?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Ray. Do you mind reading the outcomes?
You said read the learning objectives?
Yeah, the learning objectives. Uh-oh, there it is. Yeah, it's still working. Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Number 1, understand, evaluate, and classify elementary mathematical functions. Number 2, communicate mathematical ideas with clarity and coherence through both speaking and writing, to include the description, interpretation, and application of functions to real-world phenomena. And analyze multiple step problems by incorporating a variety of problem-solving strategies, including
Algebraically,
numerically, graphically, and with the use of a appropriate technology. Number 4, demonstrate the ability to manipulate mathematical concepts using symbolic, numeric, and graphical means.
Awesome. That's fantastic. Okay. That was actually really good. That was awesome. Okay. Let me see. Is that not working properly? Maybe just it's a delay. I'm gonna let that be. Okay, so those are the objectives. So we're gonna be exploring those as we go, and you know we'll kind of touch on these as we go along. Let me move this down. So our required textbook. So I'm gonna gain full access for everybody via Moodle, via Pearson. So instructions on how to register for Pearson are at the end of the syllabus. We'll come back to Pearson as we kind of get to the end of the syllabus. A graphing calculator is highly recommended. Okay. Usually for my instructions, I'll be using a TI-83 Plus, a virtual one. You can use it. I mean, honestly, if you're at home, you can honestly use it. It is gonna be what it is. But a graphing calculator is recommended. If you can't access one, or the virtual one is a little bit of a challenge to figure out. There's also a website called Algebra. Algebra. It's like G-E-O. Algebra. Let me go to the web and pull it up. Come on, move. All right. It's a Algebra. You see it there, Algebra, right? Algebra. And that allows you to like type in functions and you can view functions, you know, so it graphs functions for you, right? So that's that. Let's go here. College Algebra. So yeah, let me pause. Does anybody want to ask any questions or anything? Are you guys okay? All right.
Nah, we good.
Okay.
We good.
All right. Let's go back here. Can I? Yeah. Awesome. Woo. All right. So we'll come back to Pearson. I'll give instructions on how to get started on Pearson. We'll do that towards the end of the syllabus, and we should already be on my YouTube channel because this is how we're doing the instruction. So this is a link for it. You want to go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let me see. This course runs from. Oh, we got 3 hours. Yeah, we got plenty of time. Go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on your notifications. So when I go live, all you really have to do is click on that link. And it'll open up, it'll take you right there once we work out all the kinks or whatever. But yeah, go ahead and subscribe to my channel and turn on your notifications. Grading rationale is as follows. So they're gonna be calculated. Basically, homework is gonna be 10%, quizzes and classwork is gonna be 10%, test is 60%, and the final is 20%. So for assignments, assignments are going to be posted on Pearson. We'll have weekly assignments. You can definitely anticipate a quiz and or exam every week. So like we're going to have a quiz this week. It'll be on Pearson. All weekly assignments are going to be due Saturday at 11:59 p.m. every week. So all assignments for that week, they're going to lock out Saturday at 11:59 p.m. on Pearson. All you have to do is when you're done, you submit it on Pearson. That's it. I'll check the grade book on Pearson and I'll load it into Moodle so you can have it on file. But you don't have to like print anything. You just submit it on Pearson. It's definitely a good idea to do these things early. You want to get these things submitted early because as we approach that deadline or that due date, the internet is going to act up. It's going to freeze and lock out and all this. And you don't want to be in this boat of trying to submit things retroactively. So you want to, do our best to get things. All right. Okay, it looked like it got better. All right. Are there any questions? Let me pause and see if there are any questions. Did y'all want to ask any questions? Okay. Oof. So I'm going to move forward. I'm going to let that stuff be. I'm not going to worry about that. So the rhythm, let's hop over to our Moodle page. So let's go to GMC. Okay. Go ahead. Come here. So this is going to be our assistant. Somebody have a question?
I have a
Hang on. I just got to introduce you to my assistant. So this is Malachite. She's just going to be our assistant. So she's been asleep. I'm trying to keep her calm and quiet while we're having lecture so she's not a distraction, but she's probably thirsty or hungry or something. So I just want you all to meet Malachite. All right, go ahead. Go ahead. Who was that had a question?
Reginald Kimpson.
Mr. Kempson, go ahead. Uh-huh.
You're saying your YouTube is kind of like
laggy,
slower compared to the collaboration thing?
Yeah, there definitely is a delay, and there's nothing I can do about that. So it just is what it is. You have to decide how you're gonna work that out. But the YouTube,
like I'm hearing you move to the Moodle, but then your YouTube is still on whatever we was doing before.
yeah, that's.
I'm trying to figure out which one I should really be on. Both audios.
Yeah, you have to make a decision there because the YouTube is recording, so it will it'll be there later. You have to decide if you want to be like live or if you want to follow the YouTube and then just catch up later. You know what I mean? You have to make a decision there. I'm not really sure which one is best, but the YouTube is definitely going to have a delay. It's definitely going to be behind.
Okay.
Yeah, so you just have to make a decision there. Okay. All right. All right. So the Moodle. So on Moodle, right now I only have week 1 showing, but basically the rhythm is going to be a quiz every week. And then you can expect exams on weeks 2, 4, 6, and 8, basically. So basically, it's a quiz. It's a quiz every other week and an exam every other week. That's about the rhythm that we're going to be doing. I would prefer to take the final exam on that Friday of week 8, and then let that Monday of week 9 just be kind of a flex day for us to make sure everything is in order. But if we have to take that final on week 9, we will. Okay. But we're going to be in session on that last day as well, but I'd rather take the final during week 8 just to make sure that we get it in there. So there are PowerPoint lecture slides. They're here in Moodle, and we see the collaborators there as well. Other links are available. I know yours looks a little bit different, but so you see this link that says Box. So it says Box here. Box is how I'm going to be sharing files. So like, once we get going, anything that you see me write, I'm going to post it here in Box. So the notes and things, everything's going to be there. Syllabus, everything's going to be there. Okay. I can't think of anything else. I'm going to go back to the syllabus. So homework is 10%, quizzes are 10%. So now, because you actually are going to have your homework in advance, do you know what that means that you actually have in advance? Can somebody tell me, because you have your homework in advance, do you know what you actually already have in advance? Can somebody tell me that?
The question confuses me.
So you have your homework. You're gonna have your homework, right? Do you know what that means that you actually have in advance?
Excuse me? I can't hear you.
So you have your homework in advance. Do you know what that means that you actually have in advance? You actually have your exam in advance. Do you know what I mean by that?
No.
So when I go to make your exam, all I intend to do is go through the homework that I assigned on Pearson, choose a few questions at random, and that's your exam. And so, what that means is that, you don't know which questions I'm going to pull. So you want to do your best to be comfortable with all the homework questions. Keep in mind that each question comes inherent with an explanation. So each question comes with an explanation. And again, when I go to make our exams, all I plan on doing is choosing a few questions at random from the homework, and that's going to be the exam. It's going to be the same questions with different numbers. All right. So that's the long and short of all of that. Let me see.
Okay.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, that's usually what I do. Okay. I can't think of anything else there. I think I'm going to move forward. So we do have an Office of Disability Services. You would just follow these instructions. And they will give you documentation that you can forward to me, and we can make sure that you have your accommodations, whatever it is that you need. Okay. So you just want to reach out to that email and follow those instructions, and we'll make sure that you have what you need. So this next page on the syllabus is a document on how to register for Pearson. So the goal for today is to go through these instructions. At some point, you're going to be asked for an access code. I actually created a YouTube video. Actually, let me go ahead and post that link and collaborate on how to register for, just need the app. No. Why are you behaving that way? How to register for Pearson. But you can actually get a temporary access right now. You're not gonna have to pay anything. You just have to kind of follow instructions. If I go to my channel and how to register for Pearson, right? Let me copy this link, share. So, but yeah, you will follow those instructions that you see on the syllabus, and let me load this here. So I think this might have sensitive stuff. Whew, that was good. I like this. So let me post the link here and go back here. So I just posted a link on how to register for Pearson, but you would basically follow these instructions. When you're prompted to pay, there's going to be a link at the bottom that says get 14 days of temporary access. You want to go ahead and take advantage of that. Give us a couple of days. We're going back and forth with our Pearson rep. We're going to get everybody full access. That's my understanding anyway, is that we can get everybody full access complimentary because of all of the stuff that's going on. So we can get full access and we don't have to pay. Fantastic, right? Okay. Knowledge of what we're learning. Oh, Mike here. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna let that be. So did it ever refresh? I think it's okay. Let me see. Can I like fast forward and get up to date? Let me close this out. I think it's fine. So yeah, if you are getting into the session late, towards the end of class, I'll try to leave some time towards the end to make sure that we get you attendance credit for today. If I don't confirm your attendance by the end of class, just send me an email. Say, hey, Mr. Pfeiffer, I was in attendance. You can see me in the live chat, and I'll go back and check, and I'll make sure to get you attendance credit for today. Let's kind of keep going through the syllabus though, and just stop me if you have questions. So some administrator, give me a moment. Whew, I need to sneeze. All right. So administrative procedures. So we're going to do our best to kind of mimic regular class attendance. So what that means is our class starts at 11:50. I'm going to do my best. I usually try to be streaming and online and trying to engage people right about the hour before class. I do my best to, technology, you just kind of have to be flexible and be ready. But so if class starts at 11:50, that means at 11:50, I'm going to be doing what I can to give people attendance credit. So I'll call your name. I need you to audibly, make yourself known and to give you credit. So then once I finish that process, from that point, I'll give everybody 15 minutes to make their presence known. So then, the next 15 minutes. So if class starts at 11:50, once I take that first set of attendance, that's present. Then the first 15 minutes of class. So if class starts at 11:50, then from 11:50 to what? 12:05. If you make your present, if you come in during that 15 minutes, then you will be marked as tardy. All right. After 12:05, you potentially could be marked as absent. Now, for the first couple of weeks or whatever, it might be kind of lax, but you want to try to be in attendance before 12:05. If it's after 12:05, just be in attendance anyway, and I'm sure it'll be fine. But if it's a no-show, but it's not a good idea to be popping in like 45 minutes late and all this kind of stuff. That's not going to fly. So 12:05 is the cutoff. And typically what happens is if you're coming in after 12:05 on a regular basis, there's an automatic absence for that day. So for this course, we're allowed 3 unexcused absences. Again, it'll be kind of lax for the first couple of weeks, but once we get into the rhythm, we want to be make our presence known on time. So we're allowed 3 unexcused absences. On the 4th unexcused absence, we're automatically withdrawn, right? So again, just reach out, email, honestly, if you're in communication, you'll be fine. But the best thing is just to be present, be listening. And for these interactions, you want to be taking notes as if you're in class. So take notes as if you're in class, things of that nature. You're going to have a notebook and all that kind of jazz. So after 12:05, so from 11:50 to 12:05, you're going to be marked as tardy. 3 tardies equates to 1 unexcused absence. So then that means we could have a total of 9 tardies. On the 12th tardy, that's an automatic withdrawal. You know, that's a bit of an extreme. But whenever we hit that 4th unexcused absence, that's when we're automatically withdrawn. So just kind of be careful about that. But honestly, as long as you're in high communication, it should be okay. Okay, so you know, stop me if you have any questions. Otherwise, I'm going to move forward. Ethics. You know, we have to do the best we can with all the stuff that's going on. Keep in mind, though, there are stories where people have, you know, they cheated in the course, they pass the class, they graduate because they qualify for their degree, they have their degree, they go on, they start their job, and you know, their families, they build this life, you know, based on this degree, and you know, people, they're taking care of their loved ones. Then it surfaces that they cheat, so they never finish that course. If they didn't finish that course, that means they didn't really get the credit. If they didn't get the credit, that means they don't qualify for their degree. If they don't qualify for the degree, that means they don't qualify for their job, and then it's taken away. You know, so that's the long and short of all that. It's like that kind of energy comes inherent with like a self-destruct. And the power of cheating is staying hidden. But once it comes to light, it loses all of its power. So it's totally not worth it. The best thing is, honestly, just do your best, forget the rest, don't stress, and be blessed. Be in high communication, you know, get your assignment submitted on time. We're going to work with you. But, you know, it's just a waste of time and energy to kind of do the whole cheating thing. You don't really have to do that. Just do your best and you'll be fine. You will be fine. I don't really offer makeup work. There may be an opportunity towards the end of the quarter to make up missed like assignments. But you don't want to be in that boat. The best thing is to get things submitted on time. At the end of the quarter, especially with this all being online, it's definitely going to slow down. It's going to lock up. It's not going to behave properly. The best thing is get your assignment submitted as early as possible. That's the best thing. If you're trying to wait till the end of the quarter to get things submitted, that's not a good look. It's not going to work. You're going to be stressed out. It's already hard. It's hard for everybody. I feel like I'm missing some stuff. I can't think of what it is. I'm going to let this be for now, though. Okay, and so let me do this demo on Pearson. I meant to do that when we did this other slide. So let me just kind of hop over to Pearson and just show some of the capabilities of Pearson. So I'll go here, and then I'll do like this, and I'm going to go to Pearson. And just stop me if anything is not clear. Periodically, I will, like, you know, volunteer people. So you want to stay present, stay active. If you step away, you know, I'm not going to really know, you know, but just try to be engaged, you know, make your presence known. Don't go to sleep. That's not a good look. I know it could be boring. But just try to be engaged and try to have some fun. You know, if you step away, you got to eat, do whatever you need to do, but just try to be engaged. Take notes as if you're in class. Let's open up ours. So let's do a demo. So when we open up Pearson, hey, Google, turn the fan off.
Sorry, I can't reach the fan right now. Please try again.
Oh, I forgot that. So Pearson doesn't really work well with Safari. So I am going to open up Chrome. I forgot about that. Let's go to Chrome. I don't like that, but it's okay. And it should be, let's do that. I think that'll be good. Ooh, that battery's getting low. Here it is. Plug this in here. Let's close these tabs. No. Let's go like this. Let's go to Pearson. Ooh. Just sit you there for right now. And I think you can go there like that. I just need you to charge. Okay. So I'm going to log into Pearson. And I'm going to open up our course. Start. Ooh, getting a headache. I know it. I just need some rest. Do we need to start there? Let me check on Moodle really quickly. .1. Okay, we can start there. That's fine. Chrome. So I think I'm gonna go ahead. What do I usually do? I'm gonna make the first half of chapter 1 available. So let's do change dates and assign status. Oh, what time is it? Okay. And then we want this to be due this Saturday. So today is the 19th. It's going to be due this Saturday. Let me think. Yeah, it needs to be due this Saturday, 11:59. Apply to selected. And I'm actually going to do the following. I'm going to allow late. Final submission is the last day of class is what? March, April. I think we said what, May 19th. I'll make it do the May 19th. What time does class start? Class starts 11:50. No. Let's just do that Saturday. I think that's how that goes. I'm gonna do that Saturday. Yeah, the 16th, because that's when it needs to be in. 11:59. I don't need that. Okay, apply to select it. Oh, and then I need a penalty. That's fine. It's okay for now. I'll do the penalty later. Okay. I think they're ready to go. Let me update all settings. And then let's go back and see what it looks like. So once you finally get registered for Pearson, when you log in, it'll look like this. So let's do a demo. So this is our first set of assignments. These are due this Saturday, 11:59. This is going to be our material for exam 1. It is due this Saturday. More than likely, right now, there's no penalty for submitting it late. I probably will do like a 10% penalty if it's late. If I see that people aren't taking it serious, I might increase it to 20%. But for right now, you just want to get these things submitted but you can access it the whole course, but you definitely want to get it submitted. I'm going to choose a question at random just to do a demo. Oof. All right, so say we're going through this. It says solve the equation, right? So get your microphones ready. Can someone tell me where in the book does this question come from? Are you all there? Can someone tell me where in the book does this question come from? Uh-oh, I feel like we got people asleep at the wheel. Let's see. Oh, I hear something.
I'm figuring it out.
I'm just okay. We'll talk about it. We'll make those things available. But no, I'm just saying, where in the book does this question come from? What chapter? Like, is it chapter 7, chapter 3? Where does this question come from?
Where do we look for the book stuff?
So,
Because I have the PowerPoint up.
no, we're not. We haven't got to the PowerPoint yet. We're on the YouTube channel.
Okay.
So I have an image shown. I have an image showing, and I'm curious as to where in the book does this question come from.
I see it. I'm just trying to figure out where in the book does it come from.
So this question comes from section 1.1, question number 21 from the back of that section. So these questions on Pearson are the exact same questions as in the textbook. They're just going to be, the numbers are just going to be different, but it's the exact same questions, right? So that 1.1.21 means it comes from section 1.1 and it's question 21 from the back of that section. Say we're working something like this and we don't know what to do, right? Does anybody feel confident in walking us through this one? Can anybody walk us through this? So say we get something like this and we're not sure what to do. So for the following reason is why I vouch for Pearson. So in the upper right hand corner of the screen, there's a thing that says question help. I'm going to click on that. And we have this drop down menu that appears, right? So I'm going to go here. All right. So because of this drop down menu, I need some rest. I know that headache comes from I need to eat and sleep. I'm trying not to watch the clock. We're actually doing pretty good. But yeah, this drop down menu is why I vouch for Pearson. The help me solve this is fine. I don't really recommend that one. The students didn't really respond to that one, that tool very well. But the view an example to me is very powerful. That's the one I recommend. So I'm going to click on that. All right. I'm going to click on the view an example. And what it does, it gives us the exact same question with different numbers. Keep in mind, when I go to make your exam, it's going to be the same questions with different numbers. Some of my students in the past, what they would do, they would make sure to do each question at least 3 times. They would do every question, they would finish it, and then they would hit similar question, and then do it again. So they would make sure to do each question at least 3 times, and by the time they got to the exam, they were good to go. They didn't have any trouble. So with this, I'm gonna hit continue. At the bottom, it says 7 parts remaining. I'm just gonna go all the way to the end and see the end. So most of the questions, so what it does, it explains step by step how to approach this question. Most of the questions come with an explanation like this on Pearson, right there, right next to the question. Each question comes inherent with a solution or an explanation. I'll attempt this one later. Let me see. I'm gonna close this out. So yeah, that's a very powerful tool. Suppose that's not enough. Notice there is still a video explanation. There's an animation associated with it. There's the actual e-textbook. That's the actual full textbook. If you click on that link, it'll open up the full textbook and take you right to the section associated with this question. So as long as you can get on the internet, you have the full textbook on your device right there with you. I think that's very powerful. You don't have to lug a book around. You can be, Lord knows where. As long as you can get on the web, you can pull up all your information. Now this connect to a tutor. That might be a Pearson tutor. We have tutors. So you decide. Now this Ask My Instructor is also very powerful as well. When you click on the Ask My Instructor, it'll send a screenshot. It'll open up the email. It'll just take a screenshot of the very question that you're working on, and you can send it to me. And so I'll load it onto my device and I'll make a dedicated YouTube video walking you through the questions, right? So every question comes inherent with the solution. It's just a matter of taking the time to go step by step, line by line. Again, college algebra is not difficult. It's very simple, but it definitely can be information overload, okay? But yeah, so that's a quick demo on Pearson. I think it's a very powerful tool, and we should be able to get full access. So for right now, you should be able to get temporary access, but we should be able to get full. I'm going to make sure that we can get full access because that was what the agreement was, okay? So just stop me if you have questions or anything. But the instructions, again, are in the syllabus that's on Moodle. You follow the instructions, and when you're prompted to pay, just click on the link at the bottom that says get 14 days of temporary access. All right, and then so this last page of the syllabus is a document saying that you've gone through the syllabus, you understand what's expected of you out of the course, and that you'll abide by the rules of the course. So what I need everyone to do, print out this last page, or you can even fill it out digitally. I will make a folder for you to submit documents digitally. I'm going to make something. I'm going to make a box link for everybody. So right now it's not available, but you want to fill out this. You want to print your name on this line, and then print your name, put your email, put your student email, and put the date. I'm going to make a folder for you to load any documents that you want to share with me. I'll make a folder for you. But yeah, you want to fill this out. And when I make that folder, you want to load it into there. And this actually serves as extra credit. So the way I do extra credit is a point-based system. You could potentially earn up to 100 points throughout the quarter. And at the end of the quarter, I'll scale it to 10% of your grade, provided that I can. So what that means is that say you finish at a 67, but you somehow max out your extra credit. So if you finish at a 67, I potentially could boost you to a 77, provided that I can. So what that means is that if I can apply the extra credit, I will. There have been times in the past where I went to apply the extra credit and it was giving everybody A's, and obviously I couldn't do that. But if I can apply the extra credit, I will. It's kind of a case where it's better to have it and not need it, and need it and not have it. So as you accumulate extra credit throughout the quarter, you want to have a log of it. So just log it, keep it on file, keep it in your records, and I'm going to log it on my end. Let's take if I have that, the time right now is 12:40. I'm going to let this stream keep going, and let's take a 15-minute break. This will be the only break we'll take. We're going to take a 15-minute break. And in this downtime, I'll pause. If you have not received attendance credit, now is your chance to go ahead and log in to Collaborate and bring up your audio and go ahead and get your attendance credit. Okay? So I'm going to go back to the waiting room, which is here. So the live chat is still streaming. You can kind of take advantage of that. But if you know that you have not received attendance credit, now is a good time. So we can take a break. I have that the time is 12:40. So by 12:55, we're going to go ahead. We're going to be back. I'm going to shut down this stream at some point, and I'm going to start a new one for the first full lecture. Okay? So, but otherwise, it's just quiet, and I'm just going to be listening to the audio, listening for people to come back. Okay? So if you have questions or if you haven't gotten attendance credit, now you can do it. Otherwise, we're going to take a 15-minute break. All right? But yeah, so I'm listening to the audio. You just have to get my attention if you need support. And so we'll take a 15-minute break, and when we come back, we'll go ahead and start the first lecture. Oh, that's dope. I have to explore that later.